directories listed. You can all the directories listed in this image, like we can verify they exist on the system. So can I differentiate between, sorry, can I differentiate between the two roots? Okay, the thing is, the first one we have here, which is root, is like, it means it's the roots of the file system itself. If you notice, it's just a forward slash. That means it's the root, like the base of the file system. As I was saying, using the example of a normal tree before, let's say you have a tree, then you uproot the tree, turn it upside down. Now, the root of the tree, which is now at the top, is like the base of the tree. You know, the root is the base of the tree because it's inside the ground normally. And turn it upside down, that means the root is the base. So the first root we have here, which is just the forward slash, is like the base of the file system. That's where every other directories come out from. So this first root, which is just a forward slash, is the base of the file system itself. Then the slash root is the home account for the root user. So let me quickly demonstrate that on my terminal, maybe to help us to understand better. So now if I go to cd, you can see that now I'm in my home directory. So we'll try to go to slash home. So if you go to slash home and I do ls, I can see that I have the directory which is rootfish, and this directory is my account. So I have a user with username rootfish, and my home account is at home slash rootfish. So as the home directory, I have a directory for my user account. But if you go to slash root, I think I get the permission denied. So let's do this. Okay. Now you can see my current directory is at the root slash home. What I get normal files like desktop, documents, downloads. But if I go to just forward slash and I do ls, I can see that you see that we get things like bin, boot, dev, which you can see from the diagram earlier. So this forward slash is the base of the file system. Is where every other thing can be found. You can see that from this you can see the home directory again. You can also see this root directory again. So the forward slash is the base of the file system where every other directory stem out from. Then the slash root a, is just the home account for the root user. So for normal users, like normal users without administrative privileges, for normal users without administrative privileges, you can see that their accounts can be found in the home directory, but for the root user, the home account is found in the slash root. I don't know if I have answered your question. I think I've answered that. Then another question. Okay, how to change username in Linux. So let's try to do that. So I will exit out of this. Then presently my current username, I think presently my current username is rootfish. So to change that, I think we should discuss this during user management and group management. But to just quickly demonstrate it, I will show us how to do that. So you can use sudo user mod, which is a program for modifying user details. Then you can give it the L, give it, let's say I want to change it to just root, and my old username is rootfish. Okay, let me see. Root, root. Okay. So let's exit out of this. Then I'll try to do it again. Let's just do user mod, then L, give it a new name. Let's say with arc, then the old username is, yeah, I think this is the syntax. Yeah. Now, if I try to do log into this again, that user does not exist, but I can log in with root arc. So now you can see that the username has changed from rootfish to root arc. So to change your username, the command is just sudo user mod, which is a program for modifying user details, L, which takes the new username you want to give it. So let's say new username and the old username. That's just it. So we'll be talking more about this when we get to user management and group management. Yeah. So any other questions? Do you have any more questions before we call it a day? Uh, Tech Pro, but have I answered your question? Hello, guys. Are you with me? Okay. Are there more questions? If you have a question, drop them. Let's discuss them before we call it a day. Okay, while we are with questions, so I'll just try to go over what we talked about today again. So we talked about the Linux file system, the basic building blocks. We try to explain what each directory is, like the bin directory houses binary files. We talk about the boot directory and other directories that stems out of the base of the file system. Then we talk about the Linux terminal, and we talk about how to open up a terminal. You can either go to your application manager, open up the terminal, or just use Control Alt T as a shortcut to get your terminal to open. Then we verified the directories we have by doing cd then forward slash to go to the base of the file system, and we used ls command to list and see the directories at the base of the file system. Okay, so that's basically everything we covered today. So I said, starting from tomorrow, we'll follow our outline. So for those just joining, the outline we are following is this. So today we have covered the Linux file system and we have covered the terminal. So we'll continue by looking at how to navigate the file system. We talk about commands. We'll talk about some terminal tips and tricks. Then we'll look at file permissions, how to create files, manage them, how to read file permissions. Then we'll talk about user and group management. Like what TechBoy Pro asks, how to change username is something we are going to look at when we get to user and group management, how to create users, modify users, add users to group, how to delete users. We're going to be looking at that when we get to users and group management. And we'll also talk about the service management and tool installation and some other things. So that's just the outline we'll be following. If you are just joining, we are going to make this recording available as soon as possible so you won't miss out much. I think that will be all. If you have questions, you can quickly go over them now, or we can call it a day. Then we'll continue discussion on the group chat. Okay, I think there are no questions. So that will be all for today's session, guys. Thank you for joining. Then we'll continue our discussion on the group chat. I will continue this session by 8 p.m. tomorrow also. So thank you for joining. Bye.